Hello, everyone. My name is Juliana, and today I'm going to demonstrate how to make escarole. Escarole is one of those wonderful, delicious vegetables that's not the usual, carrots and celery and onions and spinach, okay? So let me show you. Let me get this ready. I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil so that this is going to be ready. Okay, thank you. Extra virgin olive oil. Let me show you what escarole looks like. And here we have a look at this beautiful head of escarole. It's nice and crisp and green. And you also want to look for the white. You see how white it is on the outside? If it's got any bad leaves, don't pick that head. So look it up. And it's a flat leaf, okay? Because there is another type that's similar to this with jaggedy edges, okay? And that's called endive. Not Belgian endive, but endive. Another day I will show you how to use the other one. But anyway, today let's talk about escarole. So what do? This has been washed. And you see the bottom here? We're going to cut that off. Let's cut that off. There we go. This can be discarded. And now we're going to take these beautiful leaves. Look at how gorgeous those are. Okay. Let's put this in here for now while I cut this. I'm going to do it right here. And you cut it up in little pieces. Like that. Make sure you watch escarole, okay? Because escarole sometimes can be sandy. Not sometimes, all the time it is sandy. So you must wash your escarole. How's my olive oil doing? Let's see, hold on. We need to get that going because we're going to saute the garlic. Garlic goes into it, okay? Lots of garlic. I love garlic. And garlic is very healthy for you. So let's continue a little bit more with the outer leaves. Again, I'm taking all the outer leaves because I'm going to tell you what to do with the center of it. And you will see. Okay, here we go. Hold on. So, let's put this garlic. It smells so good. I love the smell of garlic. So, this is nice and warm. We put the extra virgin olive oil here. And we're going to saute this until it's nice and golden. Okay, look at how nice and golden that is. We're going to throw in our escarole. Be careful because water and olive oil doesn't mix together at all. All right, so let's put a little bit more. Let's put a little bit more here. Do you hear that sizzling sound? Do you hear that sizzling sound? I love it. That means it's doing a good job. It's cooking very well. There we go. And if you notice, a big bunch reduces to practically nothing. It really reduces to whatever, not a lot. Even though it seems a lot, it really is not going to be a lot. We're going to put a little bit more, okay? Let's cut it. There we go. It's nice and crisp. It's nice green. Let's put it in. There we go. Okay, now we are going to put another ingredient to this escarole. We're going to add sun-dried tomatoes. Do you see these sun-dried tomatoes? Well, I make them myself. All right, I know how to sun-dry tomato. My mom taught me, and I still do them here in Florida. We used to do them in New York also. In New York, of course, it has to be during the summer, August, September, the latest. And we used to go to the farms on the North Shore, and we used to go and pick 2-3 bushels of tomatoes, and we used to make fresh tomato sauce, and we used to make sun-dried tomatoes. And maybe one of these episodes I will show you how to make them. They're not difficult to make at all. All right, if you do not have sun-dried tomatoes, guess what we can do? We take a tomato or two, and we cut it up in little cubes, just like this, okay? And we put them in instead of the sun-dried tomatoes. But I'm going to add this because it'll taste just as good. We don't throw anything out. There we go. All right. Now, a little bit of salt and pepper, which we have not added to that. Okay, let's see. If you smell this, it smells so good. It really does. So we're going to put some salt. We have not put any salt at all. We're going to put pink Himalayan sea salt, or if you find gray sea salt, you could use the gray sea salt. Right now we're using pink Himalayan sea salt. So, here we go. Now, what are we going to do? What we're going to do is we're going to put a lid on this, and the heat and the steam is going to produce some juice with the salt. Let it cook and let it stew nice and slowly. Nice and slowly. If you see that it's lacking juice, just add either a little bit of water, and if you don't want to add water, guess what? You could add a little chicken broth. That is if you like chicken broth. Or otherwise, a little bit of water will be just fine. All right, so let's let it stew nice and slowly. And that's going to take about 10 minutes or so to cook. Doesn't take long. And then again, it depends on how crispy you like it. If you like it crispy, just shut it off sooner. Otherwise, let it cook a little bit longer. All right, I just wanted to show you the other ingredients that we're going to add to this. When this is cooked, the last 5 minutes, we're going to throw in some Kalamata olives, okay? The Kalamata olives are pitted Kalamata olives, which I have sliced in half. And these do not need any cooking. Like I said, just the last 2 minutes. The other thing that we are going to add also are chickpeas. And in Italian, we say ceci, okay? Here we say garbanzo. That's the Spanish word. So whether you want to say garbanzo, ceci, or chickpeas, they're all the same thing. A rose, Bohemia, the name is still a rose. So it's chickpeas. You can also add cannellini beans. Okay, and here are your cannellini beans. We're going to mix them today. If you don't want to mix them, you choose. You like cannellini beans? You put cannellini beans. You like chickpeas? You put chickpeas. Whatever you like. Okay, let me mix this and make sure that it's cooking. Look at this. Do you see those beautiful colors? Huh? I just love, look at the garlic in there, and the tomatoes and the sun-dried tomatoes. Here we go. Now, what I was going to show you is with the escarole, if you want to save the center of the escarole, look at how beautiful and white and crispy it is, okay? You can use this for a salad. And so if you want to buy romaine lettuce, rucola, whatever you like in a salad, just add this to it. It is so good. It has a distinct flavor, okay? So you either put the whole head in if you like, but otherwise, if you have a little bit left over, add it to your salad. That's very good. Okay, here we go. What else was I going to say? Yes, you see the sun-dried tomatoes? My mother used to love, and I used to love it when she used to make it, was take a loaf of bread, and we used to put the sun-dried tomato inside, cut the bread in half. Then we take the sun-dried tomatoes, put it inside of the bread like that, and then a little bit of oregano, and then a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. And then you shut the two halves together. And wow, that bread tasted so good with the sun-dried tomatoes. Okay, there's a lot of things you could do with sun-dried tomatoes. I will show you other recipes in the future. Okay, so now let's look at this. How does this look? It looks pretty good to me. We're just going to add these beautiful olives now. I'm going to taste an olive because I love olives. I'll tell you a story about olives another time. We would go and pick them in Las Vegas. Now you're going to ask me Las Vegas? That's a story. I'll tell you another time. Okay? Las Vegas has a lot of olives, whether you believe it or not. And of course, California. Okay. So there we have our olives. Let's throw in our chickpeas. There we go. One less right here. And let's throw in our cannellini beans. And cannellini beans. Put it together like that. Thank you. I love olives. That flavor of the olive in my mouth. I love all kinds of olives. Green olives, black olives, oil-cured olives, all kinds. How does that look? Do you see this? How beautiful this looks? It has everything. It has vegetables. It has the proteins. It has the good fats from the olive oil and from your olives. So now we are going to just heat it up. You don't need a lot of cooking in here. And cooking is so simple and tasty. Okay, we're not talking about haute cuisine here. Okay, easy and simple. Do you hear the sound? There it goes. I think it's ready, so we're going to shut it off. There you go. And we're going to serve it. Does that look good or not? Do you see all of these beautiful different beans? And look at the color of the green and the red from the tomatoes. I don't want to leave anything behind. Let's not leave any of this beautiful garlic and pieces of tomatoes. We've got to take everything out. Very good. Now, I cannot leave this without tasting it because I'm going to tell you whether it tastes good or not. But I don't think it's not going to taste bad. It's not going to taste bad. I know it's going to taste good. Let's put some here. It's going to be a little hot, so how's that? Do you see everything in here? I do. There we go. Look at this. Oh, wow. Excuse me while I taste it. It's out of this world. Please try cooking it. And please come back another time for another one. And buon appetito. Thank you.